Hello everyone, Lady Shatana here, then with the next video in my new series for the 119 version of the Cavern build within Minecolonies, the greatest mod to ever hit Minecraft. In the last video I talked about how the basic cavern pieces all go together, and in this one I'm just going to go over some interesting things and how bits fit into the various areas now that you've got an idea of how they work. So here we've got, obviously we are going into our town hall. This is the mega hall version of it. So it has a builder's hut and a citizen's hut in there. There is a whole video on putting this together. So you can go back and find that, and I'll put a link in if you don't know where it is. So as we were in the last video, we came in through a connector, and in this one, maybe later you can add in one of the decoration pieces, you can add in some of the alternative huts, all kinds of things you can do with this space. This one is going to be an example of how you don't always have to go down. In this particular scenario, I've assumed that we're kind of working our way into the bottom of maybe a cliff, and we're able to actually move our colony up into giant mountains. So you don't always have to go down. You can sometimes go up if the surrounding area allows for it. As you can see, as always, we have the ability to go downstairs into the lower level of the colony, and you can see a couple of really fun things here. This is the connector direction, that is the hall direction, and in the connectors there is the new but there's the alternative guard towers, which actually fit into these areas. So you can put guard towers all over the place now, super easy to do, and this is the alternative, and they line up using these guys here, and I'll show you an example of that later. So guard towers can fit into connectors, which is really great. In the hall sections of these, you can actually put any number of things. Any of the huts that are a single level and single wide or double wide will fit into these areas. There is the alternative residence or house, which will fit in here. So you can actually build with all of your houses in the lower area of the colony, which is really very cool. So when we pop back upstairs here, we're going to go actually to this one. So this is a regular hall. So if you're not going to work with the mega halls, which you don't have to, this is a regular hall that has a couple of huts built into it. In this particular case, I've got the, this would be the cowboy hut in there. And then I've added a couple of the facades, which are in the decorations area. So this is what it would look like once you have everything all built into a regular hall. On this side, you can see this is the hall itself before you would actually build anything into it, and then the one side just with, again, with a facade added in there, so you can see how it looks. So many different options for facades. It's absolutely crazy. I believe there are a total of 70 different facades in single and double versions, which is really fun. So again, so we've gone from a regular upper level to a lower level, and we're going to keep going up to get up to our next upper level. So you can see, again, I've got some things built in here with some facades, and you can see all the various options that you can do with that. I'm going to show you something really interesting that I set up with the lower level. So we're on the lower level now, and you can always remember if you're on upper or lower, because the lower is about half the height of the upper. If you're not putting residences and guard towers into a section, I have these pre-built areas that you can build in, and they are under the category of player spaces in the infrastructure. So when you're using your build tool, I'm sure you're aware by now, but each of the building types are in their own section. The main infrastructures for Cavern, you've got your connectors, your halls, your intersections, and your mega halls, which are interchangeable with halls. And then I've got this other section, which is called player spaces. So these, I call them workshops just because I will be putting various useful things in them at some point. This particular one here is actually going to, it's new, it's being put into the to the mod right now, and it is the workshop fields. So if you're not doing the farmer's mega hall, if you're doing just a regular hall, you have a couple of options. We have the fields hut that is going back into the mod. It did get missed in the last couple of big updates, unfortunately. I'm very sorry. So you could build one of those, or you can come down here to the lower levels and build this. And it is your extra 4 fields that you need. So what you would do is you would put this down here, and from, keeping in mind where you put it, you would probably go upstairs, keeping in mind it's right over there. You would probably want to put your field or your farmer in one of these sections here. In this case, I've got my farmer right here. And sorry, that's my cat. She's very excited. She's got her earplug. She's crazy. Yeah, so you would put your farmer near where you've put the fields, and it's just another space-saving thing you can do for the colony. So those are some really basic ways on how things fit into the colony. Different things that I've set up to make the utility of the colony a little bit smoother. So in these, you would use it as your personal space. So you'd set up your your tinkers or your magic or your engineering or whatever you do have for your other mods that you have in your pack. So I hope that this has been helpful. On the next video, I'll actually demonstrate placing various things into the colony, and we'll talk about the mega halls a little bit. So thank you very much, and we'll see you again very soon.